Luke Molyneux, how is he today?
Yeah, we're okay. The only two that we will be missing for the game will be the two boys on international duty, so the squad's in pretty good condition. Yeah.
And certainly with regard to internationals, Graham played last night, didn't he? And they did well.
Yeah, he did well. Played 90 minutes. They had a good away win for them. Spoke to Sean last night, so he's got another game next week, I believe Tuesday, and Charlie as well. So I'm hoping Charlie gets some minutes. I think they play Canada and Sean's at home. So yeah, good experience for both the lads.
Do you, given your international career, give them bits of advice as to maybe what to expect as they work their way through that and up to that level?
Not really. I think they've been involved in the camps anyway, haven't they? So they've all been, the two lads have been involved in younger age groups and now pushing through. Obviously Charlie in the senior age group and Sean 21. So international camps are difficult at times because there's a long time in between training sessions and you've got to fill your time with things, and all you tend to do is train, eat and train basically and sleep. So it can be a bit boring, but tremendous to be called off your country and to represent your country at any level is a really high honour.
Obviously transfer window has closed. There was the cup match in the week against Everton too. With regard to players that maybe haven't played so much, or clearly Olasana's case, getting his feet wet for the first time at Doncaster Rovers, how much are you starting to see the squad as a whole coming together?
You're really pleased with the group. I think having everyone now here, settled, windows shut, people know what they're doing and we know what we have, and we can settle now, and not that we were in any sort of unrest. It just makes us settle further and concentrate on what's ahead of us. In terms of T, I thought we just wanted to get him some minutes. We played him out of position a bit. It's not a position we'll be looking to play him in. It was more, he had arrived Saturday from a long flight, Thursday night into Friday from America, travelled all the way up from Heathrow, made the game, had Sunday sort of a down day. I'm sure he slept all day. Monday was quite light, and then we put him into the game. So the last couple of days we've seen what he's about in training. Very strong, powerful, sharp, on the move a lot, in between the post. So probably unfair to judge him, unfair to judge him on the performance from Tuesday night, even though he was good in glimpses and he was playing out of position. So he'll add a lot to our front line, to the pitch. And there was a lot of good performances the other night. I was pleased with the performance in a whole. They're difficult games then, as we found out last year against Man United. You know, when you switch off and you think things are easy, you can get punished. We didn't do that. We conceded a sloppy goal, of course, but we responded very quickly to win the game. So it was pleasing from that aspect, performance and result ways, but also good to get a lot of the boys some minutes.
Yeah, for those that have perhaps played a little less than others, it shows perhaps though that they are very much chomping at the bit to be involved on your regular Saturday match days.
I think going further in the Cup, particularly the Carabao Cup, and obviously this Cup has now come into play with another game, maybe at the end of this month or start of next month, I think the next one is. But these Cup games give the squad an opportunity to go out and impress whoever plays in them. So, and it keeps the squad ready. Like I've mentioned before, we haven't got the luxury of dropping players into a 21 team or a reserve team or a B team. We haven't got that here. And it's been difficult to try and arrange small, whether it's a bounce game, friendly game, whatever way you want to call it, because of the amount of games we've had. So going further in the Cups has helped us. Players have been able to play minutes more in the Cups to keep them ready for when called upon. And as you've seen already this season, that could be tomorrow, that could be next week. We always pick a team based on what we think can go on and cause the next opposition problems.
Just back to Olasana briefly, and I'm sure at some stage we'll get to speak to the man himself about all of this, but his career is fairly extraordinary in the fact that he's been around, he's bounced around, he's been in and out of the professional game, come back into the game, obviously then headed over to the States. I mean, that shows a great deal about his determination to keep the dream alive.
Yeah, well, he had a really good 2 years up at St Mirren. Obviously before that he was at Middlesbrough. and some non-league clubs, FC Wimbledon, things like that. But didn't really get the opportunity that he probably wanted at Middlesbrough, 3 or 4 games. And then he's moved to St Mirren, where he's really affected the Scottish Premier League, particularly in the second season. First season, he had a bit of an injury, and they sent him out on loan for a bit. He came back, and then he hit the ground running really, really well last year for St Mirren in some big games, European games, things like that. So he's got a lot of pedigree behind him, and he's got attributes that we really like in a centre forward. We love centre forwards that are very quick, and he's quick. But we also have centre forwards who are different to him. So we've got a lot of good options at the top end of the pitch.
Moving on to another derby, 2 informed teams in Doncaster Rovers and Bradford. You're probably expecting a question like this, but this game for generations to come will always invoke memories of what happened at the back end of last season. So what do you recall of that day and the victory ultimately that led to the promotion?
Yeah, special day for everybody, but I don't think it's the right moment to speak about it. Personally, I think we have to keep our focus on tomorrow. We have to concentrate on ourselves. We have to make sure our game plan's right. We are confident. We're playing well. We're in good form. The group's feeling really good about itself at this moment in time, and we want to continue with that into tomorrow's game. Completely different new season, different team, different personnel in both teams. So although I agree with it was an amazing day, it means nothing for getting into tomorrow's game. So we've got to keep that focus on what we need to do tomorrow to deliver the 3 points.
So while clearly Doncaster Rovers have evolved, so too will have Bradford. So what are their key strengths tomorrow? How have they maybe changed from that game?
Well, it doesn't surprise me that they're doing well. Graham's a really good manager, and he's done an excellent job since he's been at Bradford. Yeah, they're a good team. They're a strong team. They've started the season very well. They've obviously carried on momentum that they built last season, a bit like ourselves. So I think both teams know each other pretty well. We played them quite a bit over the last 2 years since I've been here, whether it's been in the Virtue Trophy, the league, whatever it may be. So I think we know sort of what they expect. But ultimately, the game is going to be, from my point of view, what we do, and I'm sure Graham will say the same about his team, but we have to make sure we focus on our job, making sure we get our game plan right, making sure we understand all the peaks and troughs that may go through the 90 minutes and hopefully rise above it.
Early days and all of that, but what do you think it says about maybe League One that 2 promoted teams have started in the way that they have, both obviously yourselves and Bradford?
Yeah, I mean, I think both teams have gone into the season playing without fear, really. That's the way we are, certainly. We want to go into the season and attack it head on. It's a tough league, but so was League Two. League Two was a tough league. The top end teams in League Two are showing that they can come into this level and hold their own at this moment in time, and long may continue. I think we've seen it the season before with Stockport and Wrexham and teams like that. So yeah, we just want to continue to deliver good performances. We've got a very good group, an honest group of players who want to work hard and understand how we play and how we want to work. So yeah, it's all bold and well at this moment in time, but nobody's getting really too high of themselves, really. I think we focus the group day by day, game by game, and on to the next one.